looking for the best shows and the biggest laughs, look no further than WADL Detroit, TV 38. That's right. WADL has all the shows you love and the drama you need. It's shows like Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns.
Morning, folks. Hey, Colonel, where's your insignificant other?
House of Pain and Justice with Judge Maybelline.
What you have to say?
All I have to
Nothing.
WADL Detroit, TV 38. It's entertainment for everyone. If drama is what you want, Law and Order Criminal Intent is what you need.
Who would do something like this?
I don't know. But I can promise you this. Whoever did do this, we're gonna get him.
Law and Order CI does it all. Investigations, interrogations, and dissects the actions and motives of some of the most heartless criminals in New York City. It's Law and Order Criminal Intent, and it's airing on WADL Detroit, weekdays at 8 and 9 p.m. WADL Detroit has entertainment for everyone.
And where'd you get these cute little outfits?
Look like Dumb and Dumber.
More like Rick James and Little Richard after a fight. And nobody won. That's a good one, Corey. That's a good one.
That's all right. Just kick a man while he down. Just kick us.
I don't care if you're up or down. I just want to kick you.
Visit WADLDetroit.com for complete show listings. WADL TV 38 Detroit. It's your one-stop shop for all the programs you love. If you want it, we've got it. The classics, the fan favorites, and all the movies you can handle. If you want it all in one place, look no further than WADL Detroit, TV 38.
And we're back. We're at the top of the hour, and we are officially into the Girl by Hour with Andre, Dior, Phil, Dodie, and TT. And so we're going to kind of wrap this up, but we've got a caller on the line. So, hey, Glenn, how are you?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. What's up?
Yeah, I was listening to the show, and I like Bernie Sanders, too. I thought he was a progressive. He had ideas, new ideas that any other president running for president didn't have. But I also, when I hear people mention Barack Obama, the first black president, you know, it kind of skewed me a little bit because the first black president of this United States was John Hanson back in 1800. And a lot of people don't know that.
Was he passing?
And the person... He was a Moor. He was a black president. They only served 2 years. That was before the Declaration of Independence.
I never heard that.
Now, President Obama was the first black president after the Declaration of Independence. So George Washington, in order to become a general, George Washington, he has to be nominated by the president. And he served under the leadership of John Hanson. If you look at a $2 bill, you'll see John Hanson, or if you go online, they'll show you. But he said those were 2-year terms, and there were 6 other ones after him. But he was so popular, he got elected again. And after that, that's when Washington got elected. And that was during the Declaration of Independence. And he was the first president under the Declaration of Independence. But there was other presidents, and all black, before them. But it seems like because of if you prior to the Declaration of Independence, you just got left out of history.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't know about him if it was left out of history. So, yeah.
Right.
No one.
But you can look it up. You can look it up on the internet.
You know what? Okay, so I am looking at it, and it says he held the office that was officially as President of the United States in Congress assembled or something. But where does it say he was African American? Do we have his heritage anywhere? Would that be anywhere where we can find it? I mean, I'd love to know about it.
Yeah, you were considered a Moor, and if you're Moor, you're black. You're black.
Yeah, well, the Moors are black, that's for sure.
Yes, and the other 6 was also Moors.
Oh,
so,
I see it. Okay, Dick Gregory, Global Watch. He was a Moor. Interesting.
Yes, and but it's amazing how they leave stuff out. So.
Oh yeah, that's a little.
Just wanted to let them know. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Just a little tidbit.
Okay, thanks, Glenn. That man, Every day you learn
Okay,
something.
so
I mean, it
now-
says he's a Moor.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, okay, and we have another call, so we got Sherman. Hey, Sherman.
I was, good afternoon. I was just, good evening, or afternoon, whatever it is. I was just about to say the same thing that guy said. That he became president, if I recall, during the Reconstruction. I think it was 17 something. And that was, I used to talk to people about that. If I was a small guy, I would have betted somebody about that. Because a lot of people just assume that Barack Obama was president, but that is true. But as you were pulling it up and reading it, I started just to hang up because everything I was about to say, you read. But that is the case.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. Thank you for listening.
Already.
Okay, Sherman. Wow, I mean,
well,
it's good to know that people are listening and have their own opinions.
But they're also sharing their
and I
knowledge,
appreciate the trivia because I actually
you
need to follow
you
up
are the
on
human
this.
Google.
Well,
yeah,
we need to understand. Okay, understand what a monumental thing occurred that we celebrate the anniversary of tomorrow. This group of individuals in Philadelphia gathered together and they signed a Declaration of Independence. Every single one of them was a British subject. Signing a Declaration of Independence was a death sentence. Okay? Until the 4th of July, we were British subjects. This was part of Great Britain. We were colonies of Great Britain and subject to King George. So when we talk about things like presidents and who was the first president of these United States, well, I respectfully beg to disagree because until the end of the war and the surrender, this country did not exist. We did not come into fruition.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. John Hanson may have been the president of the Constitutional Congress, but that's different than being the president of the United States when the United States wasn't even formed yet.
Oh, there we go.
And you have to also remember that back in that era, no one would have voted for African anything at that time.
Especially of the world. The United States.
Exactly.
We were a small country.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, it says he was born on a plantation. It's interesting how they have blatantly left out what his nationality is. As I read through this, so that's pretty interesting. But you know what? As we talk about the whole thing about the voting and all this before we go to our next segment, and we talked about this earlier too. A lot of times they say the voter turnout is low, and so on and so forth. And so, what happens to the people that are homeless? Because if you don't have an address, you can't vote.
No verification, no registration for voting. Now we have to look at the population of homeless people, which truly is just pathetically high in this country. Several of these people have criminal convictions. We can argue about the justification or the correctness of some of those convictions. A disproportionate number of homeless people have histories of mental illness, which may, not from a legal standpoint, but from a practical standpoint, prohibit them from coming in and voting. But I think realistically, we've got let's say three major issues. One, we don't have an address to register at. We probably don't have the ability to get to a voting booth or an electoral station. And third, are we in any sort of hygienic position to be able to come in and stand in line with 300 or 400 other people? And that's unfortunate, but it's a reality.
Well, here was my thought when we were talking about this before we got on air. One, what if we created a place, a address, a place, a building, and anyone that was misplaced, that was homeless, could use that address to get themselves some identification?
How come the homeless shelters couldn't have a voting machine or whatever there for them.
That would be nice.
I mean, because
that would be nice.
All the paperwork is in place. They know where they come from, so on and so forth. So why not just have,
maybe because there's a turnaround like the warming shelters and stuff. It's not like you can stay there for a long time. Like we have a project called Operation Project 7, and you know about this, Dodie. In the wintertime, we do something big on Christmas Day, and we do the picnic. But you go down to these places, and I've conversated. We even helped one young man named Mac. We met him, and this was my educational lesson that everybody that's out there had a story, and it wasn't just because you were out here because you had a drug problem or you were mentally ill or something like that. He moved here from the South with his family, worked for the plant for many years, was living check to check, lost his job, family left him. He was without anything. He ended up on the streets. We really took to him, and we were staying in touch with him. He's working with a worker, and when he said, I'm working on trying to get a little place. And he said, we want to follow you and make sure everything is good. So I gave him my work number. He would call me. I said, just call once a week. Let me know you're okay. Because he was an older gentleman. And he called from a payphone booth. He would call, and he says, I finally got a place. It's not much, but it's mine. And it was a little room over a motorcycle club off of Grand River. And so myself and my partners from Hollywood Girls Entertainment, we all took things. We took fans and little TVs and cleaning supplies and blankets and pillows and things, and we took that there to help him set up. And he says, wow. He says, this is like the best. He said, I didn't think you guys were going to come, and I appreciate everything. And we kind of followed him for a while, but he got a little job, and it was just like everybody has a story. And some people just need that boost. And sometimes, you'll pass people by, and unfortunately, there are people that hustle and pretend they're homeless, and shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. But for those that are really displaced, there needs to be more facilities available for them. I saw something that I think should get on Shark Tank. There's a gentleman who made a mobile shower for the homeless, and I just saw this on one of those TV channels on what, I don't know what channel it was, like on cable show. And so he said, if I can be able to do more of these, I would go city to city. He says, but at least I have a 2-people shower. You can get in. I provide the shampoos, lotions, and all those things, so you can have at least one good shower. And I think that's awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, tell you what else is wonderful. We're getting ready to go into break. It's the 5:15 hour. You're listening to 910 AM Superstation. It's Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community. And we've got our special guests on from...
We have our beautiful, lovely Tisha from Brownstone and the wonderful Nikki. They'll be on talking about I'm Still Standing.
We'll be right back.
Take a laughcation with American Dad. Fly the friendly airways.
Right here, honey.
See the sights.
What's up?
Relax and unwind.
Just gotta find my quiet place. I got ya. I'll come back to that one.
It's an all-inclusive comedy getaway.
Get a picture of these. Meow.
Take a laughcation with American Dad. Viewer discretion advised.
Weeknights at 12 midnight on WADL Detroit. WADL Detroit is the station that satisfies all of your programming and entertainment needs. We're bringing you an exclusive collection of the latest, the greatest, and all your favorites in between. Laugh with the popular personalities of the present. And don't forget your free ticket to the box office. If you want it, WADL has it. We're your one-stop shop for all the programs you love. We are WADL Detroit.
Big Hollywood, big stars, big movies, big TV shows.
Oh my God.
Celebrity Page TV, new exciting entertainment news right here. I'm Sonia Isabel. We take you around the world to give you the latest celebrity stories, plus behind the scenes access to your favorite stars and shows.
Exciting and interesting and fascinating.
Less talk, more Hollywood news right to the point. Celebrity Page TV, your entertainment news source.
At 8:30 a.m. on WADL Detroit. Stay tuned tonight for the Late Night Music Marathon from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. Baby, won't you come my way? Got something I want.
new 910 AM Superstation. The most powerful voices in the urban community.
Hey, we get it. You don't always have time to watch TV.
Maybe you're just a big fan of napping.
Maybe you're getting your cat a manicure.
This is why we're hosting Crazy Talk. Every day we'll show you the most insane moments from reality TV.
And then we'll make fun of them.
In front of a live audience.
Sometimes with the person who lived through it in the studio with us.
Shut up.
What?
Crazy Talk, TV's wildest moments, from Cray to Z.
Weekdays at 5 p.m. on WADL Detroit.
Okay, and we're back with This is Girl by Live. We're on 910 AM Superstation. It's Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community, and you are live with Girl by. And Titi, you got some friends on the phone.
I do indeed. We have the beautiful and talented Tisha from Brownstone and the wonderful, lovely Nikki. These two women are very phenomenal women. They have an awesome background. They're getting ready to do a phenomenal production next week. And I would love for you guys to go ahead and share it with our listeners.
Hey, this is Tisha. How is everybody today?
Oh, we're great.
Good.
Great. Thank you so much for having us. Basically, just a little backstory on Nikki and myself. We've known each other for about 20 years. We've always considered each other, sisters, and, we've just watched each other over the years, work in our passion, our gift. She's a Broadway, thespian and just professional in every right. She has so many titles, and I'll let her explain, more about herself. But God had given me a vision for a production last year, and the production that I wanted to do is definitely going to be something that's going to need a lot more money. So I went back to the drawing table, and I had been dealing with some things, and God gave me a vision about a production entitled #is ISS, I'm Still Standing. And I called Nikki up, real excited. Was bouncing the idea off of her, and she like, "Sissy, that is so dope. Like, you got to do it." And so I prayed, and God just began to pour into me. And let me tell you something. Nikki, the reason I have Nikki on is not that I'm slighting any of the other girls, but Nikki is kind of like my right hand. She's real quiet. She's a quiet, but she's a beast. So, if I need something, if I have to bounce an idea off of her, Nikki is the one that I bounce off of, because she and I both collectively have more experience than the other girls, even though the other girls are great. So we have 7 women, 7 monologues in the 7th month. #is I'm Still Standing. We're dealing with domestic violence, sexual abuse, single motherhood, the curvy girl battle, depression, what else we have in there? Breast cancer, survivor / overcomer. Yeah. And what we're doing is we're telling the story. We didn't put a name to any of the characters because, as we all know, I guarantee you, like we have the narrator says in the show, I guarantee you if I gave you a blank sheet of paper and there were 10 blanks next to numbers 1 through 10, I guarantee you could fill in at least 5 names of someone that have been affected by one of these categories, or someone that know has been affected by one of these categories. And we just want to heal women. Our mission is to heal women that have dealt with depression and dealt with domestic violence. And we didn't want to sweep it under the rug. We wanted to be raw. We wanted to be real. And let me tell you about our rehearsals. Our rehearsals are going the way that
I think we're having some technical difficulties because the phone's kind of going in and out. So I don't know if you're in a bad area or not. Could that possibly be it? Yeah.
Can you guys still hear me?
Oh, yeah, now we can. Yeah, okay. Now it's a lot better.
Okay. Yeah, so this Saturday at 7 o'clock p.m., we are on a mission to heal women. And we're starting right here in our city, which is Detroit, Michigan. And we're at a small venue, and people are on our heads. I mean, Nikki's getting called, Belna's getting called, I'm getting called. Why are y'all sold out? Well, this is my first time producing a show, and I did not want to bite off more than I could chew, but we are looking to come back in the fall. And, again, it's just a production that's going to heal women. It's going to heal women.
So let me just ask you this question. So is this going to be sort of like a monologue, or it's a full-fledged play?
It's definitely a monologue.
Okay, great. I love those.
7 different monologues. And one thing I can say about Keisha is that a lot of writers and directors, they are usually composers of scenes and maybe composers of a story, and they touch on certain subjects just enough to carry a scene or give it a little bit of an edge, or they maybe dip their toe in the water on it. She has full-fledged been diving into every single topic, even so much that it's hard for us as actresses to even come down after rehearsals, because a lot of times we still take it home with us. We have been sobbing in rehearsal, every single rehearsal. And anyone who comes in, anyone who comes in, we've been saying, okay, you need to give them a disclaimer and a box of tissues before they walk in, because it's heavy. Like, we are really going straight raw, straight real. But the beauty of it is that it's not dirty. It's not shameful. It's being done in such a beautiful way that only breakthrough and healing can happen.
Okay, so I just want to go back and say now, give us the date and the time again, and where can we get tickets?
Well, tickets are sold out. Let me
Well, why are you calling us now? That's not right.
You know what? Get on TT, because TT does it all the time. So you got to talk to your partner on this one. But yes, we are sold out. But I'm gonna tell you this. In the future, we will make sure personally, Nikki and I will make sure your tickets are comped. Absolutely. And then not only that, I'm going to be honest, we have nothing. But I'm going to see what can, if there's a way we can maneuver through and find something. But the date, is this Saturday, 7/9/16, 7 o'clock p.m. at the YMCA Bowl Theater. That's downtown Detroit.
I remember when they redid that. It's very nice. It's very nice in there.
It's so nice, man.
It really is. People are sleeping on it.
It really is. Yeah, they are. And one of the things that Nikki and I always talk about is we could go and live elsewhere. Nikki could easily go to California with her resume. She could easily go to Atlanta with her resume. I can do the same thing. But one of the things that we are big on is we want our city to be known for greatness. I'm tired of our artists making it big, leaving the city, but still want to claim the city away from the city. That's not how we're doing this anymore.
Right.
So, we wanted to start right here at home, and God is just opening doors. Every time we turn around, someone is inboxing us. Can you bring it to our city? Can you bring it to our city? Right. Yes, we can, but we're going to give Detroit one more show before we take it to the road. So,
well, ladies, we're going to thank you for calling us, even though we can't even come see the thing, as phenomenal as it is. We are just really kind of hurt about that.
I'm feeling some shade coming in.
Oh, yes, the beat down is coming after the show. The beat down is coming.
Like, just call and let people know they can't come.
Shade alert.
It's really wonderful. It's really great. Sorry, not a ticket anywhere.
Yeah, they're not doing tickets at the door. Well, you know what? I just wanted to know. I wanted people to know about
We want to know
What
why
they
you didn't
couldn't
let
come
us
to.
know.
You wanted people to know what they couldn't
I was
go
only
to?
thinking about myself.
Oh,
I was being
okay.
selfish. I'm gonna
Hold on.
I'm gonna take.
Hold on.
Okay, I don't.
That's
Thanks,
see?
girls.
See, that's
yeah.
See, that's
Oh
right.
my!
That's right.
Phil, is there anything legally we can do to her for harboring the information?
This would take another hour, so everybody needs to stay tuned.
We have legal on staff here. On staff, we have a legal
I'm
representative.
gonna need an attorney. Yeah.
Right. Okay, ladies. Well, hey, all the best to you girls, and the next time you come back, give us a heads up, and we'll be glad to talk to you again. Maybe we'll even come out and do something. The Girl Bye crew, Girl Bye and the Guy.
Girl Bye and the Guy.
Girl Bye and the Guy.
I like that.
And we'll come out.
Look, be prepared. We're looking at either October or December. We're waiting to hear back now from a couple of venues, and once we find out, we'll make sure we get in touch. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Lazy information.
You better call
I love y'all.
You better call Dodie. Don't call TT.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on it.
All right, ladies. Well, thanks so much for calling. We appreciate you.
Thank you all.
Hey.
Woohoo! All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So,
Bye-bye.
one of the things that happened is that, in the Bible, it speaks to the prodigal son. Everybody knows about the Bible.
You're about to go deep.
But we're going deep. And you're the person we're going to go deep on.
I might not answer you. You might not want to go deep if you want to answer.
Okay, for y'all that's listening, that's Coffee.
Yes,
the
Coffee
beautiful
Brown
Coffee
show.
Brown. Let's get some hand claps and chicken snaps. Yeah.
Wait. I wanted to say one thing when you guys were talking about the monologue. Dodie and I did a monologue. We had like 2 people in the audience.
I would have came.
Like some years ago.
Why y'all didn't call?
Remember,
Y'all
it was a
should've
good
told me.
monologue. We went out there and performed. Like, we had a house full. It was like a venue for about 1,000 people. We had 2 people. Right? It was just our
But you know
family.
what? Y'all gave it y'all all.
Hey, but we got a standing oath.
Yeah. Y'all had 2 hand claps. Like,
But for those of you who have been following Girl Bye from many, many months ago when we first started, she was the original part of our crew, the wonderful Coffee Brown, who I've had the pleasure of working in radio with for many, many years. And, she got married,
She got married.
And she got married.
Don't blame her
And
husband.
T3 don't play.
I know. I've been traveling all summer. Like, I've been in part of Slum Village.
So Girl Bye.
Like, I can't hang with y'all no more.
But Girl Bye replaced y'all with a guy.
I see. Yeah. That's a good look, though.
Isn't he wonderful?
Yeah, that's a good look. Because you
Isn't he
need that
wonderful?
other opinion.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And we call him the human Google.
Ooh.
So
he knows a lot.
Yes,
he knows a lot.
Yes, he does. So the next 30 minutes is going to be fun, guys. We'll be right back. And let me run down the cast of characters. We got Andre. We got Phil, Dodie. We got Dior the Chocolate Drop. We got TT. And we have the wayward Coffee Brown.
Yeah.
She has returned home. We'll be right back. You having fun?
5:30 the time right now. I'm Andre Ash, live from the Superstation Weather and Traffic Center. Currently, it is partly cloudy and 78 degrees in the city of Detroit. Temperatures will drop into the mid to low 60s overnight with clear skies. Now off to the roads. We're watching road construction. This is blocking the right lane of I-696 westbound between Farmington Road and I-96 at 275. And again, the wrap blocked at I-75 southbound at M10 to Lodge Freeway. This weather and traffic report is brought to you by Weather Vision and the Total Traffic Network. You're listening to Girl Bye right here on Superstation 9, 10 a.m. We're back in a moment.
Experience America's Night of Hope with Joel and Victoria Osteen. Saturday, July 23rd at Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan.
Not one of us are going to go home the same way we came in.
We're so excited about coming to the great city of Detroit for America's Night of Hope at Comerica Park. It'll be a great night of inspiration and encouragement. I hope you'll come.
Bring your friends and family. It will be a night that you'll never forget.
Get your tickets now at tigers.com/Joel.
From the crazy, twisted, brilliant mind of Seth MacFarlane.
Who?
Creator of Family Guy and American Dad.
What else is on?
Comes the Cleveland Show 5 times a week.
To Cleveland!
And it's just what you'd expect.
Yes! This show delivers.
The Cleveland Show. Viewer discretion advised.
Weeknights at 12:30 a.m. on WADL Detroit. WADL Detroit has entertainment for everyone.
And where'd you get these cute little outfits?
They look like Dumb and Dumber.
More like Rick James and Little Richard after a fight, and nobody won. That's a good one, Corey. That's a good one.
That's all right. Just kick a man while he down. Just kick us.
I don't care if you're up or down. I just want to kick.
Visit WADLDetroit.com for complete show listings.
Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You give men the permission to treat you poorly. I'm very passionate about helping people, period. It doesn't matter what you tell me. What matters is when you by yourself, what you tell you. You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, eventually things are going to change. And obviously what you tell you gets you in a lot of trouble.
Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
At 12:30 on WADL Detroit.
What makes a great reality TV argument? Good question. Stage 1, finger pointing.
Stage 2, loud voices.
That's my opinion!
Stage 3, close talking.
Stage 4, hair pulling.
After that, there's only one place left to go.
Stage 5, being talked about on our show.
Crazy Talk, a daily dose of the most insane and hilarious clips from reality TV.
Weekdays at 5 p.m. on WADL Detroit. If drama is what you want, Law and Order Criminal Intent is what you need.
Who would do something like this? I don't know. But I can promise you this. Whoever did do this, we're gonna get him.
Law and Order CI does it all. Investigations, interrogations, and dissects the actions and motives of some of the most heartless criminals in New York City. It's Law and Order Criminal Intent, and it's airing on WADL Detroit, weekdays at 8 and 9 p.m. 910 AM Superstation is your headquarters for the real, the truth, the drama, and the passion. We want you to tune in, call in, and don't forget to follow. That's right, 910 AM Superstation can be found on all social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope. We keep it current, we keep it popping, and you never know what you'll see next. So keep it locked on 910 AM Superstation. Tune in, call in, and don't forget to follow.
And we are back. It's 910 AM Superstation. It's Detroit's largest voice for African Americans and in the urban community. We are the most powerful voice, 50,000 watts from Mackinac to
And Bewick.
Monroe. Oh, I said Mackinac. Why did it say Mac and Bewick? What is wrong with you today? Good Lord.
I didn't get my Snickers.
That's not
or my
range,
Kit Kat.
Steve Hood texted me yesterday and said, hey, I'm at Cedar Point and I can listen to 9:10 a.m.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that was on his regular radio.
Okay.
So yeah, it's as our owner would say, it's a flamethrower.
Wow.
Okay.
So he was checking in, making sure y'all was doing what y'all was supposed to be doing.
Not throwing no shade his way.
Right. So,
Like,
you know,
on my show, let me
Steve-
make sure they
yeah.
shut me out.
Steve Hood. So, but anyway, we talk about a lot of things, and we have our legal representation now that keeps us grounded.
Okay.
And so we
That's
had
probably
this.
good.
We had this conversation, and the conversation went this way: what if a woman and man are living together, or they think they living together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then.
Did you say think they live in
Yeah,
that?
but let me finish.
Uh-oh. Make it plain.
There's
Make
a
it plain.
story. There's a story. And let's just say this guy dies.
Okay.
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 And maybe before he dies, he's at the hospital. So you mosey on over to the infirmary.
You said infirmary. All right.
The
Making the
infirmary.
story sound real harsh. Is there any sympathy here?
And you find out that there's another family.
Okay. The other family living somewhere else, though, right?
Y'all are living in the same city, same state.
But you got keys to the house that y'all supposed to be living in. That person has
Well,
keys to
he's
that house?
living out of 2 different places. Actually,
Okay.
he's living out of 3.
Okay.
And so I was saying to Phil, I said, so the stuff that's at one person's house and there's other stuff at another person's house, who gets what? Or did everybody just shut up and keep what's at their house?
Here's what happens if
You're
you're the
not
girl.
an attorney.
No. Wait, no. I'm gonna tell you what you would do if you're the girl from the east side.
Uh-oh.
You get your truck,
Oh,
your U-Haul
shoot.
truck, and you go collect your stuff.
No, you ain't gonna come over at my house.
You collect a big
That's
collection.
not, that's not legal, but
No.
Nah.
It'll never happen.
East side to go to jail or in the grave or in the hospital. Those are the options.
I done seen people
Swanson's is
get-
taking customers every day.
That go
And
both
so is
ways.
receiving.
That
Yeah.
go both ways.
Yeah.
Be like, don't come
But
knocking
you
on
don't.
my
You don't
door.
have the. Do you have the right to go to somebody else's house?
Where's all the main stuff at though? Like where's
Well,
his
then
We
you
don't
know
know.
what?
We
Well,
don't know.
Well, here
We don't
it
know
is.
where it's
We don't know.
Here it is.
Maybe you think you got all the main stuff. I think I got all the main stuff.
At? Where's his?
Well,
his papers
everything.
and-
There's some important stuff at one person's house.
Okay,
There's
that
some
sounds
important
like a situation then.
We can call it that.
His
But-
situation.
Yeah, but you know, some folks have some level of important stuff over there, and then other people have some. This one is laughing. They have some important stuff over there, but it's like, you know, all of the important stuff is never going to be in one place when they was living out of two places. That's
Is
real.
there anything that the person really wanted though that person left?
They have no right to it if it's in
No,
someone
I'm
else's
saying,
house.
Yeah,
is there
the dead
anything
guy.
That the person, out of the
Yeah, he really wanted something.
besides the dead guy, is there anything that he left on this
That's
earth?
good. That went over my head.
Right.
The dead guy.
Is there anything that he left on this earth that any of the women want?
Well, you know, I think that some of them feel that they're entitled to certain things. But, you know, that it's difficult to do an inventory when so many lies have been told.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody might have a motorcycle and somebody else might have a truck, but then somebody else
Well, it's
might
easy
have.
if they have a truck. If you got a key, you just go get it and drive off.
But the truck
They
is in
gotta
his
come find you.
The truck is in
They
his
gotta
name.
come find you,
The
or
tru-
take a tow truck, as
No.
I've seen my brother's girlfriends do in the hood, and have the car towed while they're
But you know,
No, she actually did this to my brother while he was at work. She had his car towed because she was mad at him.
but is the truck in her
That's
name?
hood laws.
But
That's
is-
hood laws,
right.
okay.
Is the truck in?
Okay.
Is the truck in her name?
No, but she had it towed.
That's some shade. Oh, my vehicle done broke down. I don't got the keys.
Oh,
I've been working
They don't ask. So that's a simple one. Just go
Oh
have the
my
truck
God.
towed.
But you don't have the. Okay, Phil, come on. give us some legalese.
Worry about the consequences later.
Oh, girls, you're going to make money for me. Look, Michigan doesn't have common law marriage.
Mhm.
So if you're not married, you don't have any rights to the estate, okay? And if the individual did not leave a will, a written will, meeting Michigan's requirements, has to be in writing, signed by the witnesses not taking from the estate, well, then you get nothing. Now, the realities are if you have personal property, the personal property is in your home, then we would say you have constructive control over that. The things that we're talking about with titles, like cars, motorcycles, all those things, yeah, no, those come with a title. So ownership first goes to the bank where it's mortgaged. They're going to come and get it unless you're going to make the payments.
For instance,
Or hide it.
no, or, and I'm gonna be real shady now, or because the individual died not too far ahead of their birthday and the plates were expired, so you know you get somebody with a dealer plate and you riding dirty for real.
Oh my goodness! I
No
can't.
insurance, no title, no insurance. But
It's always a positive. The situation.
It is. It is. It's always another way.
Like the person, for instance, could own a snow removal business, and so, you know, maybe you have the truck, but the truck is in their name, but the blade and all the stuff to the business is at the other woman's house, and so you are.
You ain't got no business. You ain't got no business.
You got nothing coming.
Wow,
But
that's
the
a
person
lot.
with that blade, that person,
She could go buy her a truck and start her own business.
That's right.
Or you could just call the other person and have some conversation and be like, look, let's work this out.
Let's go in partnership.
We make some money. Right. He's gone. We can't have him. So let's see how we can figure this out.
Let me know how that works out for you.
I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying.
She always brings that spice right there. Yeah, yeah. No, I wouldn't be having that conversation either. I would be probably buying a truck and letting my brother or somebody run the business.
But you know, I know a lady that there used to be, and everybody is dead, so I can talk about this. There used to be a place called the Jazz West on James Cousin. It was right next door to the Sickle Cell Center, which is where I worked at.
Okay.
And this woman was dating this man. I never knew the man had a wife. I thought that was her husband. He bought her a car, the club. He had all of that.
Was this stuff in her name or his name?
It was all in his name now.
Okay.
But hold on. But they had been together for like 5 or 6 years. Well, the man dropped dead from a heart attack.
I bet he did.
Wow.
In the house with his wife.
Wow.
And the first thing the wife did was had somebody go over and padlock her out of the club, and then went to her house. Because, you know, she had to tolerate this relationship for years.
So no, she ain't have to. She chose to.
Right.
Okay.
But then what she did was she went to her house, and she took the car. She had it towed away.
And the car was for her, but it was in his name.
The car was.
So it was nothing the girlfriend could say.
There was nothing she could say. I mean, is there such a thing as a side chick protecting their interest? And I don't want to say it like that because I mean,
that's the truth, though.
Yes,
right.
tell them to put it in your name if you
I
got
know,
me a car.
right?
So look at this from a really cold legal standpoint.
Yeah,
okay,
cold. That's what we need. Cold legal.
It's chilly.
Michigan has an interest in marriage. Okay, the state has created this belief that it has an interest in marriage, and therefore it only sanctifies and gives protection to relationships that go through the state, that go through the marriage license, that go through the solemnization, okay, the wedding ceremony.
Right.
The idea that we're going to be human and entangle ourselves with these liaisons, the state does not give protection of law to those. So you get what you can. And when things go south, they go south.
Well, that's about as real as it can get.
So maybe side chicks should get legal advice.
Oh, you know,
They should call me. I'm in the Bar Journal.
And learn how to put everything in their name.
Well, you know, we had before you joined us, we had this young lady that has like about 40,000 Facebook and YouTube followers, Sizzle After Dark.
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal.
And she is what she calls the ultimate side chick. But she tells women, if you agree that this is what you're going to be in somebody's life, then you need to agree to protect yourself. Like, you need an insurance policy.
Yeah, she said
like,
that.
I mean, she actually said this on the air, and it makes a lot
That's
of
true
sense.
because some women are with men like that for years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are things that we can do, of course. I mean, we can do contracts, we can create business partnerships, we can create limited liability companies. But unfortunately, you know, people entangle themselves in love relationships,
Right.
and they just assume everything's going to be great.
And when you don't know, that's what I'm saying. See, the element of, hey, what?
I know.
You don't know. When you don't know, it becomes real different. But what I do know is we're about to go to break right now. So you're listening to 910 AM Superstation. It's Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community. And we will be right back with TT, Coffee, Dodie, Phil. Captain Loop-de-Loop and the crew just came in. Phil, Andre, and Dior. We'll be right back.
No, she did.
It's the Late Night Music Marathon from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Don't trust no chick that messing with your dog. That law. If you come up, don't forget about your dog. That law. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Them bricks is way too high, you need to cut it. Your price is way too high, you need to cut it. Cut it.
On 910 AM Superstation, the most powerful voices in the urban community.
Put your hands up now!
Do you have anything illegal on you?
Hands up. Get on the ground!
Recharged.
He's running. He's running. Sheriff's Department, stop!
What is that?
Re-energized.
Stop resisting! Crawl towards me.
Tase him. Get ready.
Reloaded.
You looking for some fun?
Got him. Hey, there's no point crying now.
All new Cops Reloaded. Viewer discretion advised at 3 p.m. on WADL Detroit.
It's her most important day. She needs it to be perfect. So why is everything going wrong? It's no wonder these ladies are called Bridezillas.
How dare you?
Watch their weddings become slow-motion train wrecks.
My day! This is about me!
You won't believe it. Bridezillas.
Weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on WADL Detroit. Some stations report headlines, but we make the headlines.
Ralph, man, I'm sorry. I didn't know I insulted you by calling your daughter a girl.
By calling these two grown women girls. Going forward, you won't make the mistake.
It was not my intent.
I understand that, Reddy, but I just want to save you from maybe an ass whooping somewhere, because if a grown man in your presence and you called his woman a girl, you might get cold cocked.
And I'm sorry. I am sorry.
And I appreciate that, Red. I do.
You called me on freaking Christmas Eve.
Did I refund your money?
But my career was over.
Steve,
No more expensive.
you threatened the life of my AE. There's a police report against you. Police report.
Where's the police report? Prove the police report. Now you're slanderizing me. Yes, and she eats dinner with me all the time if she was so threatened.
910 AM Superstation. We do radio our way.
And we are back. You're listening to 910 AM Superstation. It's Detroit's most powerful voices in the urban community. We are back. We've had a wild day today. We did double duty today, which was fun. But we do hope the best for Tatanisha and her mom.
Yes.
And we've talked about a little bit of everything today.
Yep.
And Phil just keeps surprising us. Because Andre is talking about he's going to a barbecue, and we asked him, did he cook? And he went, no. And Phil says, oh, well, I smoked a shoulder.
He said it's so easy, like
Right.
nothing.
We find out that not only is Phil a human Google, he knows how to sew and tailor and plant and garden and smoke a shoulder. So Coffee asked him, what?
Are you married?
We got to find him someone.
Yes.
Ladies.
He's a hot commodity.
But we're
You just
gonna
can't
vet
have a
you.
record.
We're going to vet you. We're going to vet you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to
Interview you.
We're going to vet that person.
Run that background check.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
can't
do all
date
that.
anybody I'm currently representing. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Conflict of interest.
Yeah, that'll
He had
definitely
on
get you in
Lifetime
trouble.
movies and it's worked out well.
Oh, my
goodness, I
God.
can't take it.
So we were talking about the whole common law or whatever. You know, and I guess it just says to me, why do people lead raggedy lives? Because like when Sizzle was on, Sizzle represents a group of women that they know what the deal is. Because she even made comments like, when you know you're the other woman, you know, you don't drive by the house, you don't call his house late at night. That breaks the code. That breaks the side chick code. That's not what you do. But I guess my thing is when you don't know, when nobody knows, when people are like Kaiser Soze, they just.
Well, you know what? I think you kind of
Are they
know.
side chicks though? But then are they side chicks? Because that's true what Dodie just said. Because everybody could think that they're actually
The main chick.
girlfriend.
But
because he may not be saying anything.
okay, so how are you dating someone for so many years and you've never met a sibling?
But
or
you
parent?
could have. But you could have.
No, you didn't. You
But I'm
haven't.
saying some of these guys do.
Oh,
Like
we're talking
everybody.
about a specific case.
Okay, but I'm saying
And-
like certain people in some situations they have met the family.
Oh,
and
yeah,
friends,
yeah,
and they know
yeah.
everybody.
And you know what? But let me say that, isn't that kind of raggedy? You know, I told my son, I said, you know, when he was at first when he was dating before he got engaged and the whole thing, him and his fiance, they've been together for about 3 years. I was like, if it's a run through, don't even bring him over here.
That's
I don't,
right.
I don't
That's
want to
right.
meet him.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, a couple of girls would come over. Hey, mom, what's happening? Who are you? I'm
Right.
not your mama.
Uh-oh.
Don't do that.
That's how I was. I lived my life like I was a guy.
Right.
You don't ever get to meet my family.
Right. I don't want
unless I like you.
But parents and family that support that. I think that's kind of grimy.
Now I'm gonna tell you, with me, I have one biological brother, and he was what some would probably say a player, and I'm the sister. I'm the oldest, but I'm the sister that you don't know. You can't bring this girl. You don't come. I don't want to meet them. Take them to my other sisters who are friendly. I'm friendly, but you're not good. Today, you're Keisha. Tomorrow, you're Tina. I don't have time for that because there's always some drama, and I don't do well with drama.
I don't understand how.
Yeah.
And I know what Coffee is saying too. Some of them, they take them. Everybody in the family is complicit in the deception. That's
people are
just
just as
crazy.
nice to you like you're the only one.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't. Yeah. And I see it all the
And
time,
then
and
when-
it's sad.
And then when something happens, girl, I wanted to tell you, but I just
Nah,
think
you don't
that's
even. Some don't
raggedy.
even give you that. They be like, that wasn't my business. That wasn't my place.
Right.
Oh, okay. But Sizzle said, she said, The side chicks be the one, oh, you don't mess with mama and that side of the family. We do.
Mhm.
We taking mama to the supermarket. We helping her cook that dinner that you and your kids gonna eat.
Mhm.
We be at the events. We ain't waving at you though, but we there.
We not winking our
and
eye
it's
at your
funny.
kids.
Yeah. She's like, at the funeral, we're not gonna even wink at your kids, but we got our own policy. So while
Yes.
you all over the casket, I already didn't call to see when I can cash money, and I'm like,
Now, Phil.
Was you taking notes, TT?
I don't have to anymore. Yeah, I don't have to anymore. That go in my little black book.
But are there legal implications?
So, Phil.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So here's my question to Phil. Let's just say a gentleman is married. So he has a wife and he has, all this stuff. Just say he's married. That's over on that side. But let's just say he's got a girlfriend on the other side. And let's just say him and the girlfriend have a bank account together. Maybe he's got a car, or maybe he's co-signed on a car for the girlfriend. What happens when a person dies and you've got, obviously he's made an attempt to make provisions for both sides. What happens with that?
Then we get into the probate court, and girlfriend needs to come down to a law office and put a retainer down because this will be 3-4 years down the road.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, we're gonna get into the probate court, and we're gonna let a nice probate judge decide: did the contract take precedent over the decedent's estate? What did the will say? Was this what we would call a tail, a residue, a remainder? What was this?
I would hate to think that a relationship is a remainder.
Or a tail.
Or a tail.
Well, I don't know.
But you know what? You bring up a good point, because couldn't a wife say, okay, well, we had these assets, we had homes, we had this, we had that, we have a bank account, and he was on disability, so any money that they have over here in her account technically must have come out of my account. Can they do that?
That would be the argument that she would be making.
Oh, that's not good.
Wow.
Yes, and it would depend on how the facts support each side's provision. Okay, we do things in contract law because now this becomes did the gentleman, and I use the term rather loosely, have a contract with young miss? Okay, and since we don't legalize prostitution in this state, was she providing some sort of a benefit for the contract? Did she pay something or give some services in return?
Well, she gave
for
services.
Well, exactly. Aside from that, did we start a business? Did we give a contract in lieu of some sort of financial arrangement for perhaps children? Did we stay out of the courts? These are the complicated sorts of things that I'd love to give you a 30-second answer and say, yep, I'm Judge Judy, and this is how it's going to work. Wow. Unfortunately, the reality of the law is complicated. That's why they make all of us get doctorate degrees in law. It's complicated. It's fact-dependent. And your best advice is hire your own lawyer.
That's scary, though.
That's a lot.
Because, it's a lot of women that are the other woman, and they start businesses with these guys and all of that. So if the guy dies, it's a game changer. It's not as simple as, okay, well, me and him had this. This is our stuff over here. It's not that simple.
No.
And they have kids and whole families.
That's right.
Yeah.
It becomes literally a nightmare, and all the ladies out there that are in this position, even if the man you're involved with is not dead as yet, it's not going to hurt to talk to a friendly neighborhood lawyer, find out what it's going to cost you, find out what the retainer is, what you need to keep track of. Those are case-by-case issues I'm not going to go into.
That's a lot.
That's too complicated, sir.
But it's not as simple as you think.
No, I'm not thinking it's simple, but it's complicated.
No. But I'm saying it's not as simple as we think, period. Because you said, okay, I'm in love. He don't like the old lady. He don't want to be with her anymore. He wants to be with me, so he's helping me. Me and him are setting up. We doing this over here. But if he drops dead, you got a whole nother set of problems.
That is so true.
Well, isn't that...
And you might not even find out if he dropped dead if don't nobody call you.
Isn't this really what we're talking about?
Right.
The theme of this program is entitlement of women. to empower the women into taking control of their lives. And this is certainly what I would encourage all the women listening to do. No matter what your current relationship, empower yourself. Make sure you have an advocate who is an attorney who's going to work for you because you pay them. Okay? Find out what your legal standing is. Find out based on your facts. Find out what you need to do to protect yourself in your current situation. And most of all, think if this is something that makes sense for you in your life.
But that's not just for the girlfriend. That's for the wife, too.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because the wife could be knowing about the other person, too.
Oh, the wife goes to divorce court.
I'm a fan of hers.
But even some wives that aren't even in a situation like that, you still should just protect yourself.
Always.
It's important that people need to know about wills and making sure things are left to who they need to be left to. Yeah.
It's sad. Yeah. It's sad. It is. Okay, so what happens if the man has children with both the other woman and the wife and says that in his will, I leave X, Y, and Z to my children?
The law does not differentiate between the legitimate and the bastard children. That's a legal term. That's a legal term.
I remember they used to say that back in the day.
Yeah. And yes, the courts frown on use of that now, but it is a legal term. And children inherit, okay? In each state, they take under the will, and they take even if there is no will, because they are the legal heirs, the blood heirs. Okay? So the children have a different standing than the unmarried mother of the children.
Now, let me ask you this. Here go one. What if you have a child, and that's your only child, or the one that would come forward, and you're not married to either woman, but you have some things left? Would that child be entitled to the material stuff? Okay.
But you do have to have a birth certificate with said father's name on it.
Yes, if we
can't get DNA from a dead man.
Well, that's correct. And if we're married, we presumptively are born of the marriage.
Okay. So, with that being said, we're going to pick this up next week. Coffee, you going to brace us?
That sounds like a Prince situation with all the kids.
Lord. They locked up, people in prison locked up.
Okay, so maybe Coffee will come back next week. We don't know. We're supposed to just be happy when she show up.
I know, right?
How about that? But
welcome home, sis.
You've been listening to Girl Bye with Dior, Andre, Phil, Dodie, Coffee, and TT. Up next, I affectionately call him Captain Loop-de-Loop, but it's Nat Morris and Soul School. You've been listening to 910 AM Superstation. It's Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community. See you next week.
The most powerful voices in the African American community are all right here on the new 910 AM radio superstation. WFDF Farmington Hills, Detroit, 910 AM Superstation, a division of Adele Media. Some stations report headlines, but we